news on the Bayer-Monsanto deal. Charlie Gasparino with the exclusive details right now, calling in on the phone. Charlie, good morning to you.
Good morning, Maria. It's nice to be down in Washington because this is kind of a Washington story. Last couple of days after the CEOs of Bayer-Monsanto met with President-elect Donald Trump, they are now coming back with a promise for major investment and employment here in the U.S. Here's what we know. They're promising billions of dollars in R&D spending and a significant job creation proposal if the deal to buy Monsanto, which was announced in September, first broken by Fox Business, if that merger goes through. It's a $66 billion merger. It faces some degree of headwinds, as you can tell by the share price of Monsanto. It's a $128 a share deal, but the price of Monsanto is still trading significantly below that. So what they're trying to do is cozy up to potential regulators here in the U.S. It's the incoming Trump administration's antitrust division of the Justice Department, of course, the European Union, to try to get this thing through. And one of the ways they're doing it is they're telling Mr. Trump, if you guys approve this deal, we are going to commit billions of dollars of R&D spending and a significant job creation plan. As I said, this is still in the works, though here's what we understand, that we're expected to get some details on this from the Trump transition team today. We're supposed to see an announcement, possibly even a tweet by Donald Trump into exactly, what this is. From what I understand, my initial reporting on this, and like I said, I don't have all the details yet. You're going to have to wait for President-elect Trump later on this morning, and I think it'll be in your hour, Maria, the next hour where you'll see this. I understand it's multi-billions of spending. Now, the job creation plan, I don't have firm numbers on that, but I've been told by an analyst, because this thing has been seeping out the last couple of days, a stock market analyst that covers Monsanto, it's going to be at least in line with what was created as part of his Trump's initial deal with Carrier. You remember, to keep Carrier in the U.S. from shifting jobs to Mexico, there was a degree of tax incentives provided, and Carrier kept somewhere around 800 jobs when all was said and done. I hear it's at least in line with this, but the difference is, from what I understand, and here this is key, is that the incentives that Carrier got, it got some degree of tax incentives from Indiana, is not going to be here. That this is a pure promise, a pure commitment from Bayer, which is the acquired firm, on Monsanto, to do this spending and to enact these and to bring these jobs here, and they are U.S. domestic jobs. So we should wait and see exactly what they propose, where it's coming from. Usually in mergers, as you know, Maria, it's downsizing that the market likes, not more jobs. So maybe there's a shift of jobs from Europe to U.S. People in the U.S. won't be crying about that, but we'll have to see what comes out. And as you know, this is not just the first time. Donald has been on a tear lately. President-elect Trump bringing in CEOs and getting them to commit to jobs here in the U.S. GM, I just read a headline from Dow Jones, is making a similar commitment. So, as you know, it all adds up, and if it happens, it's all for the good for the U.S. worker. Back to you.
Yes. So Charlie, do we know that these executives have met with Donald Trump to discuss the possibility?
Yeah, we reported that they met last week.
To discuss the possibility of increasing jobs in the U.S.
Now, here's what we got. Since that time, I believe the meeting was Wednesday. It was in Trump headquarters. They've been in negotiations with the Trump people on some sort of a commitment to keep jobs here and to create jobs as part of a merger. And what's fascinating about this, as you and I know, we've covered plenty of mergers. Usually when mergers happen, what makes these things cost-effective is the downsizing, right? There's less jobs. Bayer is saying, well, there's a growth opportunity here. We're willing to make that growth opportunity in the U.S. And obviously, it's the sort of carrot to get the U.S. regulators. It's going to have to pass antitrust regulators here in the U.S., which you would think is easier than the EU. But already you hear like rumblings from, for example, Senator Grassley is talking about, he's not crazy about some of these agricultural trade deals, and the senators on the Agricultural Committee. So, there is some pressure not to have these sort of big mega mergers in the agricultural space, and that's essentially what this is. So this is part of Bayer's drive to get this thing through, and it's something that the Trump administration, as you know, wants, and it's been pushing U.S. businesses and even merger participants. I mean, it's fascinating that AT&T was actually, the head of AT&T, Randall Stephenson, was there last week, too. So I would just tell you, producers, be prepared. There's something this morning, maybe a tweet from Donald Trump and a press release, and that'll be the details of what's going on here.
Okay. All right, Charlie. Thank you so much.